Yo, what is going on, everyone in the XRP community? Hope you guys are having yourselves a fantastic day today. As usual, the cryptocurrency market is sliding back a little bit. We're going to take a look at the charts here in a second. It's quite interesting how the daily has turned into a triple bottom, but then as we break resistance, we immediately pull back to the resistance, trying to flip it as support, but it seems like we are continuing to push further past it, breaking its validity as a support level. We're going to go ahead and take a look at that in a second. Got Bitcoin down 4% of the day, ETH down 10% of the day, XRP down 4.72% of the day. But XRP, I have no doubt in my mind, we are going to remain holding that 30-cent level. I do not think that is going to be a problem for us to maintain that level and use the 30-cent zone for essentially the real launch pad to get back to those all-time high prices, because the 30-cent range, very, very significant strength level throughout all of XRP's history, dating back to 2016, 2017. I mean, 30 cents used to be an all-time high for XRP. So, like many other coins have done, you use the old all-time high as a level to launch off of. That's what I believe is going to be coming in XRP's future. We got Neoteric up 3,000% now. Just that's crazy how this thing used to be like 56 bucks a coin. Whoa, wow, what the heck, guys? This is a full-on scam coin? Like, dude, it used to be 56 a coin. Now it's God, guys, the cryptocurrency market is crazy, man. This is a crazy place. This is why I don't take little side plays that often with random coins. That's honestly why I only hold XRP. Because, dude, some of these things, they come out of nowhere. They become a top 50 coin. They're like, oh, look at us. We're doing great. We're amazing. And then, boom, before you know it, you're down at a penny from 50 bucks. It's insane, guys. So, yeah, here's what I mean about the chart, guys. Been talking about this last few videos. The daily chart, we've got that triple bottom with incredibly long wicks to the downside, showing that, you know, like, this area is just a tremendous strength and resulted in a pump to like 24,500 for Bitcoin. But now we're getting the pullback here. We broke past this little previous resistance, so I'm not really too sure exactly what's going to happen, but I think it's looking good to, I would say, get one of these right here, because we still got major gaps all up in here that need to be filled for Bitcoin up to 30K. It did fill up to about 24K, so that's like half of the gap filled, but we still got a lot of room for Bitcoin to run and grab some liquidity. And essentially the XRP chart is pretty much the same thing, and I do have a lot of faith in this support zone right here. Guys, let's get into the headlines today. We got the SEC does not object. Breaking news. Let's go ahead and get into it. Got a couple of headlines for you guys today. First one is something I noticed from Fred Rispoli, who is another lawyer, I believe. And I don't remember exactly, but I think he was the guy that was going to like initiate a lawsuit against the SEC or something, but then ended up backing out of it. But I know he got a lot of Twitter followers for like attempting to, or saying he's going to go after the SEC. But then for some reason it like all went down and like he didn't want to do it anymore, and people were saying he shouldn't do it. Don't know what that was all about. But these documents are coming out from James K. Fillon very, very late at night, which is kind of odd, because at the beginning of the SEC lawsuit, it was always, you know, documents coming out in the middle of the day. But the SEC specifically, not talking about Ripple here, but the SEC specifically is publishing these documents. And I don't know exactly what the official word for this is. Like, you know, SEC filed its opposition to Ripple defendant's motion. So I guess this is like a, I don't think you call this a brief. I'm not sure what you call this. I've just been calling them SEC documents. But the SEC has been submitting documents to the court very late at night, you know, 10, 11 p.m. EST. Very, very interesting. Again, look how late this filing was, very close to being past deadline. I mean, they submitted this document a few hours before the deadline. That's a scammer calling me, guys. Going to go ahead and deny that call. SEC getting outgunned and scrambling now to keep up. I love it. As the SEC has said before, they are running a little bit low on resources. That's why they only have, like, I think 3 lawyers working for them on this case, when Ripple's got a whole soccer team of like 23 people, including a former SEC chairman. Guys, so yeah, you got to really take note how Ripple, like, we're going to look at today how Ripple just submitted a document at around, 11 a.m., 10 a.m. EST. The SEC is barely making deadlines by just an hour or two, submitting very, very late, meaning they are struggling, and they do have a lack of resources like they have previously stated. So check this out right here, guys. This is the latest one. This came out just 30 minutes ago. This is hot off the press. This is not some old day or two old news. The Ripple defendants have filed a request to file a reply letter in support of their sealing motion to correct certain factual mischaracterizations in the SEC's opposition to the defendant's sealing motion. The SEC does not object. That's a weird one, guys. That is a really weird one we have never heard before. I'm not saying I know when this case is going to be over, but I know that it's towards the end, though. We got to be at that last mile, man, because how the hell does the SEC not object even a little bit to Ripple correcting factual mischaracterizations in the SEC's opposition? Why does the SEC not object? Guys, to me, that sounds pretty major, okay? Let's look at this here. Dear Judge Torres, defendants Ripple Labs, blah, 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 respectfully move for leave to file a short reply letter in support of their sealing motion. Defendants seek to file the reply letter to correct certain factual mischaracterizations in the SEC's opposition to defendant's sealing motion. The court would benefit from the reply letter because it will clarify the issues in dispute and allow the court to rule on an accurate record. The proposed reply letter is attached hereto as Exhibit A. The SEC does not object to this request. I know the Ripple lawyers and SEC lawyers are talking with each other, but why is the SEC not objecting to themselves being wrong? That's a weird one, guys. That's a weird one. I know in some of these documents in the past, Ripple and SEC have agreed behind the scenes to move forward with something in the court. It's weird. We just made a video about it recently, how they are working together and they're both saying hey, the defendant and the plaintiff, we both agree that, hey, we want to push this forward. Okay, great. But Ripple is trying to correct the SEC's factual inconsistencies, and the SEC does not object to being wrong. Are they raising the white flag? Are they giving up? I mean, geez, guys. Real shocker to me today. Real shocker. So this is the, argument against the SEC uploaded just today, okay, from Ripple. And this is basically all proving the SEC wrong. I think we got just one page here. Let's go ahead and speed read through it so I don't waste your guys' time. Okay. Let's go for the ultra. I love the ultra zoom, man. It makes it reading easier. Okay, dear Judge Torres, defendants Ripple respectfully submit this letter to respond to mischaracterizations of the SEC's letter opposing defendant's sealing motion. First, the SEC argues that Ripple released some financial figures in its XRP markets reports and therefore should not be permitted to redact financial figures in the Daubert motions. That argument relies on a factually mistaken premise. Defendants were careful to redact only those figures that have not been made public, where release of the information would be detrimental to Ripple's business. The SEC does not and cannot point to a single instance where Ripple proposed to redact information that already appears in an XRP markets report. It is appropriate and not all uncommon for a private company like Ripple to propose redactions to highly confidential business information while choosing to disclose other types of information to the public, particularly where, as here, those prior disclosures were not made in the context of litigation. That is perfectly reasonable and in keeping with the applicable sealing standard. Second, the SEC wrongly contends that redacting contract terms is unnecessary and that redacting counterparty names alone would be sufficient. Not so, as Ripple's CFO explained in her declaration. Disclosing the financial terms of these contracts would cause harm to Ripple's business and relationships with third parties. This is a separate issue from the redaction of the third-party names for privacy reasons. That is why 11 of these third parties communicated to defendants their full support for the proposed redactions of the specific financial terms, expressing that it is their proprietary business information as well. To be clear, defendants agree that the contract terms referenced in the Daubert motions are judicial documents, which is why defendants oppose surgical redactions of numerical figures only, which are not pertinent to the experts' opinions of the pending motions, while leaving the actual substance of the contract terms completely unredacted. Guys, I think I just read that whole document without having some weird word I've never heard of because of not going to college. That's a good one, guys. So basically, this is just such a weird one to me. This is such a weird one how Ripple coming forward saying, no, SEC, you are dead wrong. You're getting this wrong. This is a factual mischaracterization. We already know they've been inconsistent with their facts in the past. And the SEC does not object. Like, they already found out from Ripple's lawyers in private discussions that the SEC does not object. Why do they not object? Are they giving up at this point? Do they not have resources? Do they not have enough people? You know, they're filing documents at 10, 11 p.m., like 1 hour short of a deadline. They're not objecting. Are they essentially giving up here? Is that what we are seeing? Next one, guys. We're going to go to that one next. But we're going to do this one. We got a scheduling update as of July 25th, 2022, guys. I don't know why I'm freaking getting, like, coughing so much. I have no idea. Do apologize. But James K. Fillon, I know, like, all my videos in the last, like, 3 weeks have only been James K. Fillon. Guys, give this guy a follow on Twitter if you want to get the information directly for yourself. So we got a scheduling update here. Let's get up to date, though. So here we go. The SEC objections, these are just important dates in the Ripple versus SEC case. The SEC objections are due on July 26, 2022. That's the next big date. The Ripple defendants have until August 9th, 2022 to file their response to the SEC's objections. District Judge Torres is allowing the SEC to file a reply brief, which is due no later than August 16th, 2022, when the matter will be fully briefed and must be decided by District Judge Torres. DPP appeal or petition to the Second Circuit. So if the SEC loses the privilege issues before District Judge Torres, there's a chance that the SEC would try to file an interlocutory. Okay, there's the one English word I've never heard before, dude. I know every single time I read through, James K. Fillon posts that are like pages long, there's at least one word that interlocutory, that's my best guess. Appeal to the Second Circuit. They would have to get past significant procedural hurdles, such as the final judgment rule and the collateral order doctrine, to even be given permission to file an interlocutory appeal, and I don't think they would be successful. In fact, the Supreme Court has ruled that a party may not bring an interlocutory appeal of an order denying a claim of attorney-client privilege. With that said, I do expect the SEC to try to get those issues before the Second Circuit, probably through a petition for a writ of mandamus. Guys, these legal words, man, I'm about done with these things, bro. I don't know. Mandamus? Writ of mandamus? And that will take some time to decide. Although the standard for granting such a petition is high, the Second Circuit has issued at least one decision in which it granted a petition in a discovery-related case involving the law enforcement privilege. As I mentioned on a tweet in April 20, 2022, I thought a decision on the Hinman speech issues would be made while the summary judgment motions are pending, but the clock is ticking. Additional time for the SEC reply has been granted. I am no longer as sure as I was before. Motion for summary judgment, and Rule 56.1 statements of undisputed facts must be filed on September 13th, 2022. Opposition to the motions for summary judgment responses to Rule 56.1 statements must be filed by October 18th, 2022. Replies to those must be filed by November 15th, 2022. Briefing will be complete at that point. We will then be waiting for District Judge Torres' final decision. July to into mid-August will be a very busy time. So a lot of videos today, or a lot of videos this month, like next month, every single day. Documents coming out constantly up for review. Just like the one that came out today. It sounds like the SEC is just giving up at this point. We will continue to make progress in some areas. Others are taking longer than expected. That said, I am sticking to my prediction that Judge Torres will decide both the expert motions and the summary judgment motions at the same time on or before March 31st, 2023. Fucking 2023. I have no prediction on when the him and email dispute will be fully and finally resolved. I don't know, dude. So it's basically, the SEC is going to fight as hard as they want to delay as much time as possible before they have to release the him and emails. They don't want those to come out. The him and emails come out to the public, that will be an absolute shit show for the SEC, and that's something that's like opening up Pandora's box. Once those him and emails are released, they can't be closed. They can't be redacted. It's going to be over, essentially. So I'm wondering, with how desperate the SEC is getting, not objecting, They are short on resources, short on staff. They even had a lawyer like a year ago. They just dropped out of the case completely, which sounds very like from what I know, if a lawyer's dropping out of the case, that just means, dude, why would I spend my time on this? You guys aren't going to win. That's what it sounds like to me. So I don't know, guys. I don't want some fucking March 2023, man. But you guys never know. Jeremy Hogan says settlements happen very, very all of a sudden. They can happen anytime out of nowhere with nobody expecting it. So, guys, hang in there. We're going to keep the daily content updated for you guys. Documents daily. And, dude, we're going to destroy the SEC. We're going to destroy the SEC. One from Crypto Eddie, guys. I love this one. It's getting pretty serious for crypto. Not trying to be cute here, but the space is very fortunate to have the XRP community. We are more war ready with nearly 20 months of experience. Quite a powerful decentralized fighting machine already assembled, and that is exactly why the SEC wants us removed from the case. Guys, thank you for tuning in the video today. Make sure you smash the like, subscribe, check the links in the description, leave an obligatory supportive comment down below. I'll see you guys in the next one.